Hi, this is Scott with Sellozo, and we'll be talking about search terms today. So in the left-hand navigation, go ahead and click on the PPC Manager, and then you'll want to click on the Search Terms tab at the very top of the page. So the Search Terms tab will display the exact search terms that people are typing into the Amazon search bar. And the search terms are derived from your keywords and your targets, which are located in the Targeting tab. You can use Sellozo's sort and filter options to filter down to specific search terms you would like to see, or you can set different time ranges to see different time windows for which the search terms have displayed. You will scroll down below the graph and you will notice all of the search terms are located here, and you can sort and filter by the search terms you wish to see. If you would like to see an individual search terms, you can click on that. For example, we just want to see the search term for this item. That will pull in just the specific stats for that search term. Go ahead and remove the filter here, and you can scroll down, and you can also select multiple search terms you wish to filter by, and that will also filter all of the stats for those specific search terms. So there's a good way to filter down to the search terms that you want to see and filter down to all of the different stats you want to see for those specific search terms over time. The things that you want to look at the most when looking at search terms is the conversion rate. So you'll notice that the conversion rate here displays, and we can filter by the most conversions at the very top. And we can also sort by a good conversion rate here. So one thing to note is that a good conversion rate depends on the product niche, and you'll have to decide what a good conversion rate is for you. Ideally, you want to be around 10 to 20%. If your conversion rate is really, really low for all of your search terms, it's likely that you're going to want to revamp your product listing. The biggest thing that affects conversion rate is how your product listing looks. Think about your photos, your listings, your reviews, your SEO, your title, your different price. All of those things affect conversion rates, right? Another thing that's really good to look at is the PPC impressions. Now, not all of the search terms have super high search term volume, meaning that it could be a pretty obscure term, and so people just aren't searching for it that much. However, there are cases where the search term should have a pretty high search term volume. Say it's more generic, like baby toys, and if you need a handful of impressions for that term, you probably can tell that you're just not winning the bid very often. So knowing the amount of impressions that you have are very important, because it's possible you want to have more impressions. So you want to go ahead and increase the target ACoS percentage to gain more impressions for those search terms. Now, you can also look at sort by PPC sales. So we're going to go ahead and scroll over here and click on the column, and that will sort by most PPC sales at the very top. And then you'll also notice the other column, which are bid and then cost per click. The bid is the actual bid for that search term, and then the cost per click is the average cost per click, and according to your competitors for that actual search term. Now, if a search term is performing very, very well, you'll likely notice that the bid is much higher than the average CPC, because the system is calculating that ideal bid and wants to drive your traffic to that search term. If the bid is lower, it means likely that the ACoS percentage to target was too high and it's not meeting our targets. So the software will want to go ahead and lower that down. Now you can also look at the PPC ACoS percentage column to see what the current ACoS percentage is for that individual search term and compare it to your targeted ACoS percentage, and to make a pretty good estimate as to whether the system is calculating the ideal bid to be above or below where your average CPC should be at. There's many more stats that you can pull into the search terms tab. All you would need to do is click on the options and then scroll down. You can also see there's different metrics that we can pull in, such as new to brand orders or new to brand order rates. If we want to go ahead or order velocity, let's say we wanted to go ahead and display that within our search terms tab, we would just show that. And if we wanted to reorder the different columns, what we can do is drag and drop. So let's say we wanted to drag and drop, we could do that as well. And then we'll just scroll down and then click apply. That's all for the search terms tab today. Reach out to support if you have any additional questions, and happy selling.